Howdy-ho, partners! We got this 2010 Suburban. This is my wife's vehicle, but anyway, the oil pressure decided to drop to 0 psi in it, and I got looking up about it, and they put a screen. There's an oil pressure sensor on it, and they put a screen up underneath of it. And most likely, because it'll run at 0 pressure, even though you're supposed to not run it at 0 pressure psi. But the motor was running perfectly fine. There was no pinging, no ticking, no nothing in the upper end of the motor. But most likely it's the screen that's clogged up for some reason. It has 180,000 miles on it. So I want to put a new sensor in there and clean the screen out and put it back together. I'm debating on putting the screen back in or just keep it out. Because I was told you could do it either way. But I just got to take the top part of the motor apart. I'm not taking the intake off. You can reach back to it, supposedly. But I don't know if my hands will be able to get in there, so I might have to get my wife to get in there with her tiny hand. But here we are. Alright guys, well, I can't get my big hands in there, so apparently she needs to get in there. Because I can't get my hands in between there to even unplug the wire that goes in the top of this thing. So, I'm out of commission.
If you have a wife with small hands, it would be advisable.
Yeah.
Alright.
So I'm just pretty much telling her what she needs to do. But she's pretty smart at it. She knows.
Yep.
We need to socket.
Socket, swivel, extension.
And they make a socket for it, oil pressure switch socket. It's 1/1/16. And you can't, I guess you could just use a regular 1/16, but on the top here, instead of being a 6-point, even though it is a 6-point, it has a rounded corners on it, so it ain't a point.
Tell them that it's coming out of a tube.
And the back of it, it's coming up off of a tube. It's
basically this right here sits down in a tube, and it's screwed into a tube. So you gotta make sure that you don't break off that tube. You do it, and all you gotta do is just pinch the wire clamp on top, and it'll pull right out, no problems. That's the new one.
what side is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm putting this up over here, so out of the way. Can you get a ratchet in there? Or do you need to have like a swivel slide?
Give me a extension. Let me go there.
We did watch a video before we did this on YouTube. Just to ease your way, because basically they're telling you to take the whole intake off. And I ain't doing that. That's too much time, too much effort for a little sensor. And there was a video on there from a fella, I couldn't remember his name, but he also said you can get back there as long as you got small hands. But I was hoping to do it, but I can't do it. My hand's too big.
Alright guys, where's the old part? There's the old piece.
There's the old piece.
Now,
That was a hellacious time getting that thing out.
you put this socket on here. It's got to go down exactly a certain freaking way.
Yeah, you got a lot of the other videos we watched on YouTube didn't tell you how to do it, how to arrange the sockets and the extensions and stuff like that. But I'm going to tell you how to do that. This is aggravating as hell.
All right, if it's on.
You can't see it there. You can move your heads in the blood.
Oh. You see it this way? It won't go all the way on there. It's got to be exactly a certain freaking way to go down on there. And the tail, okay? And another thing I noticed is you use the socket, the swivel, 3-inch, 3-inch, and a teeny tiny little ratchet. Give me a little ratchet. And a teeny tiny little ratchet for it to work. And that's how you get this daggum thing off. And it's gonna come out the daggum side, just like this. Alright. Now we need to get the daggum.
Matter of fact, I was able to get my hands back there to get the socket on the part. I thought my hands were going to be too big, but that's a hell. You can get your hands back in there. It's just an aggravating pain in the ass getting it in there and trying to maneuver your fingers. With the vacuum hose from the brake booster, but all you got to do is just lift it up and move it out of the way of your hand. But I was able to get back in there and put my hand on it. But trying to loosen it and getting all the other stuff, and I had to hold the hoses away while my wife loosened it up.
See?
There ain't no other way. You need a partner. I'll promise you that.
Marriage is teamwork.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You need a partner. I mean, the mechanic might say they can do it themselves, but I highly doubt it.
We need a pick.
That's why they do 4-hour book time on this job. They charge it for 4 hours book time, and that would be probably about $500 a labor.
All right, well we're gonna get the
with
pick.
the part.
We're gonna get the pick and get this screen out, and we're gonna see what's going on, and we'll show you all the screen.
Yeah, the screen still has to come out. We ain't get that out yet. I'm gonna get one of my picks, and we're gonna get that out, and we'll get back to you in a minute. But the video you can't see. I can't get the camera in there so you can see nothing. So the most we can do is explain it to you. Alright guys, got the screen out. There it is. The screen that was in there has got holes all in it. Hole there, a hole down there, hole there, hole there. And we had to use a small screwdriver to pry it up a little bit. And then we used like a half round pick to get up in the hole there and just pull it out. But they say, and I heard from different people, take the screen and just toss it in the trash, because there ain't no point of it. And then other people say, put the screen back in, put the screen back in. So I guess in case your oil's dirty, it won't go up into the hole of the sensor here. I mean, I don't know. Me personally, I think there's holes all in the screen anyway. I'm just going to take it and throw it in the trash and not even bother putting it in there. That's what we're going to do. And see what happens. So now we're going to try to attempt to get it back in there. But that's it. The thing's only about a little over an inch long. There's a little rubber O-ring right there. But this sucker's an aggravating pain in the butt to get out. I mean, it probably took 20 minutes to get the sucker out. That's why we stopped the camera. But anyway, we're gonna try to. We'll get back to you in a minute before we start putting this stuff back together. We're gonna take a break a minute.
You have any in your left tape?
I've Down in the hole.
You found it? You putting that new piece in there? Stick it in there. Twist it with your fingers.
One, two fingers. My hand there.
Alright, y'all, we gonna try to get it back in there. Make sure it works. Because I hope it is. And it's like 40 degrees outside right now, and I am cold. I'm cold.
Get a flashlight.
A flashlight?
Alright, everybody, we're back again. Alright.
Alright.
We're fixing it. We just got the new part installed, and you're supposed to torque it down, which I should. This is the old part, but you're supposed to torque it down to 26 foot-pounds, which we did. But basically, snug it up by hand as much as you can, then take a little ratchet in there, snug it up, and then I used a torque wrench to do the rest. After you snug it up with a ratchet, then just put it on 26 foot-pounds and swap your ratchets out, and then you know, do what you need to do, make it click.
Can you move this breather hose, please, for me?
Breather hose, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna reach back here.
The vacuum hose.
Yeah, you know what.
Yeah, and this the vacuum hose off the brake booster gets in your way constantly, because your brake booster is getting your vacuum off the top of your intake there, your intake cover, and it's right in the way. I mean, it's aggravating, but it's more aggravating to try to disconnect the hose to get out of your way from the back of the motor than it is just to keep it there. Because you can't get nothing in there to get that thing loose. Make sure that thing's right way now.
It is. It only goes one way. Alright, snap.
Snap.
Yep.
Right, you put the little lock across it. It snapped, and push that little lock down. It has a lock on it. At least this one has a lock on it. I don't know about, any other years, but 2010 has a lock on it.
Yeah.
On the top of that clip that goes on top of that sensor.
Because I can't pull it at all. Yes.
And I just bought this socket from, Advanced Auto Parts. I think it was like 13 bucks or something. But it's good to have. I presume it's versatile with a lot of different ones. It's not just that one. But it has it's an oil pressure switch socket, and it's a special made. It says rounded hex opening. So basically it's a 6-point socket, but it has rounded edges on it. Alright.
Alright guys, well, the engine light went off. We had to reset the code, so the engine light's off. We went for a little drive, and the engine light hadn't come back on, and the oil pressure seems to be working pretty good. But thank you for watching, and tune in again. Make sure you subscribe so you can watch another one of our teamwork projects. See y'all later.
Bye.